Okay, I'm going to walk through how to use the YouTube comments collector. I've got the downloaded folder here from GitHub. In case you need that, you would have to go to github.com/bwalsh5 and then repositories and then YouTube comment collector. And then you would download it. And after downloading it, you would have to unzip the zip, and so you're going to have this folder. So that's the folder I'm working from here. And I need to open this up in Terminal, the folder. So what I do is drag it down here to Terminal and let go. If you are on a Mac, the easiest way to do this is to launch the terminal. We're not actually going to use this window of it, but now it shows up in our toolbar down here, or menu bar, or whatever it's called. Now we can take this YouTube folder and drag it to the terminal and let go. And what we're looking for is an indication that we are in the correct folder, and this should indicate it. I'm assuming that y'all have Python installed. You can always test, here I'll use this other one, to see if you have it by going to a terminal and just typing in Python, or on the Mac it's Python 3, and it will change everything and give you a Python prompt. That's actually not what we want, that's just a test. I will terminate that. All right, so in my YouTube folder, what we need to do is first of all install the requirements that are listed here in this file that's in this folder. So the way we do that is we say pip, it's pip on pip3. I believe on the PC you have to say Python 3 pip. So pip3 install -r requirements.txt. And then all this stuff zips by. Now, I've already installed all this stuff, so mine just went really quickly. At this point, we should be able to run the application. So again, the way we do that is we python3 app.py. And what it's going to tell us is where it's running. So this is the URL where it's running. I'm going to copy that and paste it into Google Chrome. We're going to have, Google Chrome works better with these tools than Safari. So we can capture a single video or an entire channel. I'm going to stick with single video for this example. I have updated this app so it can now collect up to 5,000 comments as that cap. So we're missing 2 bits of information. The video, we need to get its ID, that's easy, and then the YouTube data API. That's a little trickier. So let me show you how to get each of those things. I'll start with the hard one, which is getting your API key. So if we went back to that GitHub page, here it is. In the README here, there's a link to the YouTube Data API version 3, which sounds fancy. I need to warn you that my experience in here and on the screen capture will not be necessarily identical to what happens to you. If you follow this link and this says Enable, you will want to click Enable. I'm going to click Manage. If you click Enable, you kind of have to find your way back to this page, like you might want to follow the link again. In order to get here, I've just had some issues at this point. But anyways, here's the API. It's got a bunch of junk down here we don't care about. We want to go to Credentials, and then create credentials, specifically an API key. We can give it a name. I've just been calling mine like YouTube or something. And then in this drop-down, you have to tell it the API you're using. We're using this one that's last. And that's it. Then you hit create. It will think for a minute. We should end up on a page. That gives us an API key. So here's mine. I would copy this and put it in a easy to access place. In our app, we'll have to paste this in each time. We can use the same code every time. So if you put it on Notepad, you can just go grab it. So that was the hard part. The easy part is finding a video. So I'm just going to go to YouTube, click on the first non-ad. So here we go. Pause that. And so it says blah, 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 watch, V equals. Everything after the equals is what we want. Let me make sure this is, yes, this does have comments on it. I'm just going to take a quick look so we can see their structure. This one, we have a comment followed by 51 replies. So that, I'm not even seeing all those. Oh, I think all the thumbs ups and thumbs down count. But anyways, a lot of stuff in here. So it'll be interesting to see what it collects. I will throw that video ID in here. This works really quickly, as opposed to the, what do you call it, the one we did with the New York Times scraper. You'll notice that while this is running, this is what terminal is doing in the background. It is continuously updating and pushing out to here. And so it looks like this is done. We can export our CSV. I didn't see anything happen. Let me click that again. Maybe it's happening. I just couldn't see it. Yes, it did work. It worked both times. Okay, so at that point we can close all these windows, and we want to stop this process on the terminal. So that is Control-C. You should get back to your prompt, and then you can quit the terminal. At that point, in our, I guess, downloads folder, we should have these files. Now, it looks like I downloaded the same thing twice. I'll just delete one of these. And let's take a quick preview of what we have. So we have author. Oh my gosh, some of these comments are so ridiculous. We're getting good stuff. There's a lot of emoticons, emojis, there's all caps. And look at, we got a ton of comments, right? So that's really cool. Beyond the text, we should have, this might take a while, the date, the number of likes, the video title, video ID, and video channel. So the last thing I wanted to check is, how does this line up with what we were actually looking at a minute ago? Let me see if, like, history, because it doesn't always line up with what you see. Let me stop that. It doesn't always line up with what you see here. So John's best quote of the night is where this starts. And then every time you think, and then these past 16 months, I'm not seeing that here, right? This is almost like the opposite. I'm not seeing any of those. Let me check the timestamp really quickly. Is it just a date? No, this is 17/23, 17/24, so that is today. This video posted last night. I'm just curious as to how the results that we got relate to how they're presented on the website. Like, it's not, YouTube isn't going to show the oldest comments first. It's probably going to show the ones with the most likes or something like that. So let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything there. If we go over here, I'm just wondering what the likes are. So, oh, okay, so we could order this. So this one has 191 likes. We could order this by likes, and my guess would be it would reflect this a little bit better. But the idea is we've got all this text now, so we can bring it into Sheets and go crazy with all our formulas.